Hello, welcome back to Budget with Chloe. Let's take a look at my spending for April. All right, so here we are looking at my spending for April 2025. I have taken out my payroll deductions since those do seem to be quite similar month after month. So if you did want to see what my total spending looks like with that, I'll link the video to my January monthly review below, and you can see what that looks like with the deductions in there. I actually haven't made a monthly spending review since that January video, but I feel like I need to come on and just lay all of my spending out here this month because it was a little much. So hopefully in an attempt to rein it in for May, I'm going to expose myself and we can talk about it. Okay, so in total for the month of April, I spent $5,073.72. Something to note is that I did pay my annual home insurance premium in April. That is one of my annual sinking funds that I save for every month. So that is a fairly large expense that had to come out all at once in the month of April. That was about 8% of the spending. But back to the top, my mortgage, of course, was 30% of the spending. It has been dropping because I have a variable interest rate, so that's good, but still quite high. My second highest total spent category was dining out. And that is wild to me. It is the same percentage as groceries, and I actually spent more dollars on dining out than groceries. And down here, my most frequent category was dining out. 24 transactions, which is like insane. I think some of those, do inflows count as transactions? Because I did inflow getting paid back. 24 is just crazy. I'm guessing that's probably a couple of days where I had multiple things, like I stopped for a coffee and then I had lunch and then I did this, rather than I didn't eat out like 24 days this month kind of thing. So kind of wild, but I don't know, like I had a fun month. Like I mentioned in my budgeting videos, me and my partner painted his house and did not properly plan for meals. So we ended up going out to eat after doing that 2 days in a row. And then the Oilers are in the playoffs. So I've been going to watch games at watch parties and stuff. So drinking there and getting snacks. It's kind of wacky. I wonder if that is my highest dining. I don't think it's the highest month ever. Maybe I'll have to come back and insert a clip here if I figure it out. But that's pretty high. And we're gonna not do that again in May. So we've talked about home insurance, utilities 5%, property tax 5%, condo fees 5%. These two are the same. Utilities fluctuates, but should start to come down from its high in the winter. I've had my furnace not running for probably a month now. It is going to get hot this weekend. Might have to turn on the AC, but we will see. So the money I paid my parents was 4% this month. Entertainment, 4%. I do have to talk about that. I was doing good with entertainment. I went to see a movie and I went to a book launch party, and that was going good. And then last Friday, on my day off, I had the amazing idea to buy tickets to see the Oilers on this past Sunday. And then I didn't want to see the big charge on my credit card because I couldn't cover it in Ynab immediately. So I put it on a Klarna payment plan for 0% interest, but we've talked about this. I don't need to be putting things on buy now, pay later. I need to just not be buying them. So the bulk of this, I think $130 of this, is the first of 4 payments for a playoff game ticket for a game I already went to. I think that's the most annoying part, is like, I'm paying for something that I already used. Like, putting an electronic or like my couch on a payment plan, at least it's still in my life. I use it fairly regularly. I've already been to the game. The game is done. They won, which is great. It was a great game. I don't regret it, but I think it was so silly to put it on Klarna. So when my paycheck hits with my shift premiums and things like that, I will just go into Klarna and pay the whole thing, because I did work a holiday last month, so I am expecting around $400 from that. So I'm just going to go and get rid of that, because that was a silly goose little decision right there. Also 4% collectibles and books. That was all done in before my last budget with me video. So if you are interested in seeing some of what I purchased, I do show that in my second budget with me for April. My car insurance is the same every month. That was about 3%. Peloton, same every month, 2%. I did have to pay some extra when I filed my tax return from doing Uber Eats delivery, like rideshare. Since they don't take taxes from that, I just kept track of my income and deductions and ended up owing $110.73. So not too bad. And I was setting aside money when I was doing Uber Eats deliveries. Every time I got paid, I would put, I think it was 25% into the taxes category. So I actually already had this money set aside, which is super fun. And the thing I love about Ynab and other budgeting apps, I'm sure, but having control of like sinking funds month after month, I think that's why I wouldn't be able to figure out a spreadsheet if it couldn't carry over, month to month. So I do love Ynab for that. Gas 2%, 106.71. I think I filled up one full tank and then maybe like 3/4 of a tank. I just didn't want to fill up the whole thing. So that is why it's that. It's lower than it has been. I think my target is 150 because it was getting a little high there. But maybe I just drove a little bit less this month, and also gas prices dropped. One of my annual subscriptions came out. That was 2%. My internet and TV bill, always the same. Birthday gifts. It was my mom's birthday, so that is my half. I split with my brother, and that was about 1%. Home maintenance, $43.08. My phone bill went up, I think, last month, but will continue to be this price for the future. Toiletries, over my target, but I think I might have had some in there from last month. Not a big deal. Same with household goods, home decor, kind of just low little things here and there. Furniture, I can't remember. Oh, that was curtains for my partner's house that he will pay me back for. Beauty, picked up toner from Sephora. Health and wellness, $11.26. That I actually can't remember what something. Oh, that might have been an Amazon purchase. Hobby, $6.29. I bought some yarn. I started working on my blanket again. I kind of go through waves. Same with reading, where I just like don't do my hobbies for a while. So I have picked it back up, and I think the yarn price has gone up, but I did pick up a ball of yarn from Michael's and was working on that a little bit. And the last thing, the lowest expense I have in a month, Spotify, $3.67. So work activities, I think I inflowed something to cancel out an expense. But that is my month. I mean, it's obvious where the issues were. I mean, on like a big level, $200 on entertainment, not really a big deal. But the act of, Klarna-ing a ticket purchase. That's what I take issue with. And I do find that I have impulsive tendencies in certain times of the month, if the girlies are catching my drift. I feel so excited to make decisions that I haven't quite thought through. So I will take care of the rest of that this month. Hopefully I get my holiday pay on the last paycheck of the month if they get the timesheets in before next Wednesday. If not, I'll have to use that part of that $1,000 from my referral for my friend's house. If I end up getting that, fingers crossed, that is this month, but that would also be the end of the month. So I really do want to take care of that this month, whether that's out of my paycheck or with this extra money that's coming in. But I will get rid of that because that was just silly, and I do not want to bring that into a third month. Like I went to the game in April. I don't want to be paying for that in June. No. So yeah, I did just want to come on and show this. Not every month is a great month. Sometimes you just have to expose yourself and move on. All right, so that is my spending for April. Let me know how your month went. Did you stick to your targets? Did you stick to your goals? How's it going? Anyways, have a great week, and I'll see you next Wednesday for my budgeting video. Bye.